Today, I am reviewing the Shinco Portable Air Conditioner. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you have ever spent a summer night tossing and turning because your bedroom feels like the inside of a parked car, you know that a portable air conditioner is less of a luxury and more of a survival tool. I have been using the Shinco 8000 BTU portable unit in my home office for the past 3 weeks, and I have some very specific thoughts on whether this is actually going to save your summer or just take up space in your closet. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of how it performs, feel free to check the links below the video if you want to see the current pricing or explore the official product page to see if it fits your specific room layout. Let's be honest about the expectations here. When you see a unit rated at 8000 BTU, you're looking at a machine designed for small to medium-sized rooms. Specifically, Shinco claims this covers up to 350 square feet. In my testing, I found that this number is accurate only if you have decent insulation and you're not trying to cool a room with cathedral ceilings or massive south-facing windows. If you put this in a room that is slightly smaller, say around 250 square feet, it works like a charm. It brings the temperature down effectively, and once the room hits the set target, the compressor kicks out and it switches to a more manageable fan cycle. However, if you are pushing it toward that 350 square foot limit, especially on a day where the mercury is hitting 90 degrees or higher, you're going to notice that the unit runs almost constantly. It will keep the room comfortable, but it is not going to turn your house into an icebox. One thing that surprised me right out of the box was the installation process. Portable air conditioners are notorious for having flimsy window kits that never seem to fit correctly, and the Shinco is not an exception to that rule. The included plastic slider kit is functional, but it feels a bit thin. If you have a standard sliding window, you'll have it up and running in about 15 minutes. If you have a crank-style window or an unusually tall opening, you're going to need to get creative with some foam weather stripping or a piece of plexiglass to get a proper seal. Do not skip this step. If you do not seal the gaps around the window kit properly, the hot air from outside will bleed back into your room, and you will essentially be paying for the electricity to cool the outdoors. It is worth mentioning that the exhaust hose is a bit stiff, so you need to position the unit fairly close to the window. You do not want to stretch that hose to its absolute limit, as it gets quite hot to the touch during operation. When it comes to the cooling performance itself, the Shinco is surprisingly punchy for its size. It uses the SACC rating of 4,550 BTU, which is the more realistic industry standard for how these units actually perform in real-world conditions. I found the controls to be straightforward. You have your cool, fan, and dehumidifier modes. The dehumidifier mode is actually a sleeper feature here. During those humid, muggy days where the temperature is not necessarily unbearable but the air feels thick and heavy, running this in dry mode is a game changer. It pulls a significant amount of moisture out of the air without needing you to constantly empty a bucket, which is a major win for convenience. You can find the product details and current pricing by following the links below the video if you are curious about the specific dimensions for your space. Now, we have to talk about the noise. If you are a light sleeper, you need to be realistic about what a portable AC sounds like. It is not silent. It is a compressor and a fan living in a plastic box in your room. When the compressor kicks on, it sounds like a refrigerator running at full tilt. It is a consistent white noise, which some people find soothing, but if you are trying to hold a Zoom meeting or watch a movie, you will definitely find yourself turning the volume up. The fan-only mode is significantly quieter, but obviously, it does not do the job of cooling the room down. In my experience, the best way to use this for sleeping is to get the room nice and cold about an hour before you go to bed, and then switch it to the lower fan setting. The remote control is a simple, no-frills device. It has a range of about 23 feet, which worked fine for me, but the buttons are a bit mushy. It does the job, but it does not feel like a high-end piece of hardware. I rarely found myself using the remote because the LED display on the top of the unit is bright and easy to read from across the room. You can also adjust the air outlet grill manually. I wish it had an auto swing feature, but for a unit at this price point, you're going to be doing that by hand. It is a minor inconvenience, but it is one of those small things you notice after a few days of use. The build quality is exactly what you would expect for this segment of the market. It is mostly plastic, and it feels a bit lightweight. The casters on the bottom are decent, but they're not the smoothest wheels I have ever used. If you are moving this from a carpeted bedroom to a hardwood living room, you might find yourself dragging it a bit rather than gliding it. However, once it is in place, it stays put. I did not experience any leaks or condensation issues during my testing, provided that the unit was on a level surface. If you tilt it, you are asking for trouble, so just make sure your floor is flat. Who is this unit actually for? I think this is perfect for someone living in an apartment or a dorm where you cannot install a traditional window-mounted AC. It is also a great solution for a home office or a guest bedroom that only gets used occasionally. It is portable enough that you can move it around, and it is powerful enough to make a noticeable difference in a single room. If you are looking to cool an entire floor of your house with one unit, you're going to be disappointed. That is just not how portable air conditioners work. They are room-specific, and you need to keep the doors closed to keep the cool air contained. On the flip side, who should avoid this? If you are extremely sensitive to noise, you might struggle with this. Even on the lower settings, there is a mechanical hum that never really goes away. Also, if you have a massive space with high ceilings or poor insulation, this unit is going to feel like it is barely doing anything. You would be better off looking at a larger BTU unit or a split-system air conditioner, although those come with a much higher price tag and a much more complicated installation. If you are budget conscious and just want to get through the peak of the heat waves without spending a fortune, this is a solid middle ground option. Maintenance is fairly simple. You have to clean the filters every few weeks, which is just a matter of sliding them out and rinsing them off in the sink. It takes 2 minutes. The self-evaporating technology means you do not have to worry about a water tank overflowing, which is a massive relief. I have used older portable units where you had to drain a bucket every 4 hours, and it was a nightmare. The fact that this handles the moisture internally is a huge selling point for anyone who wants a set-it-and-forget-it cooling solution. Is it a good value? When you consider the cost of electricity and the price of the unit itself, I think it sits in a very fair spot. It is not the most energy-efficient appliance you will ever own, but it is certainly cheaper than running your entire central AC system just to keep one room comfortable while you work or sleep. It is a practical tool for a specific problem. You can explore the current pricing and see the latest deals by checking the links below the video. One final thought on the durability. I have been using this for a few weeks, and it has been running for about 8 to 10 hours a day. It has not shown any signs of struggling, the compressor cycles normally, and the plastics have not warped or cracked. I have seen some reviews online about these units arriving with damaged parts or missing screws, so my best advice is to check the box as soon as it arrives. Give it a thorough inspection, and make sure all the window kit pieces are there before you start the assembly process. If you notice any issues, do not wait until the middle of a heat wave to try to get support. Reach out to the manufacturer immediately. Their customer service team is generally responsive, but there is no need to deal with a headache when you could have had a replacement sent out early. Overall, the Shinco 8000 BTU portable air conditioner is exactly what it claims to be. It is a capable, no-nonsense cooling machine that handles small to medium rooms without a lot of fuss. It is not going to win any design awards, and it is not going to run in total silence, but it is going to keep your environment comfortable when the outside temperature starts climbing. If you manage your expectations regarding the room size and the noise level, you will likely be very happy with the purchase. It is a functional appliance designed for real-world living, and it does its job well enough that I have no problem recommending it for the right user. Again, if you want to check out the current price or see the full specs, you can find the links below the video. It is always a good idea to compare the current offers before you commit to a purchase, especially as the seasons change and availability fluctuates. If you have any questions about how I set mine up or how it handles specific humidity levels, let me know. I have found that getting the exhaust hose as straight as possible really helps with the overall efficiency, so keep that in mind when you are positioning it. It is a simple tip, but it makes a difference in how hard the motor has to work. This unit is a solid workhorse for anyone who just needs to get through the summer without breaking the bank or dealing with a permanent installation.